Hello everyone, this is Mondan Raghavan. In today's video, we are going to use object.create method. By using that method, we are going to do the inheritance. Let's consider the two example, or let's say two objects, which is nothing but person and me. The person object already defined with the two properties. One is human, false, and print introduction as the property which has the function definition. And consider the other object, which name is me. So when you create the object itself, you want to have the prototype as the person object. So for that reason, you are going to use object.create. That means that it is going to create an empty object, but it will have the prototype as the person object. Then after you can play with the me object. So here me.name, you are setting up the new property for the me object, and me.isHuman. So you are setting the new property. But however, if you consider his human, the same property is available under the prototype. So if you don't define, it will be taking from the prototype. Since you have defined in the direct object me, it will be considering the recent one or the very top one from the prototype chain. Then after me.print introduction, if you see the me, it does not have any definition for the print introduction, or it does not have any property called print introduction. But if you go for the underscore proto, it will be having the object called person. Under the person, you have the print introduction. So that's the reason we can directly call me.print introduction. Since you are calling the print introduction with the me variable or me object, so that will be considered as a this inside the definition of the print introduction. So that means that when you call print introduction, my name is this dot name. So that means that me dot name Matthew will be coming. This dot is human. So you just set up me dot is human recently as a true. So it will be coming as a true. Just to confirm this one, whether we have used object.create followed by the, let's say you are passing the object to be the prototype. In our case, it is a person object. Whether it is set up or not, you can consider me.__proto. It should be pointing to the person. So this is about the, let's say object.create. Let's execute and see the output. Here you can see the first one. We are calling the print introduction. It is just getting the name from the me.name. So it will be Matthew. Am I a human? It is true because you have recently set up as a true. And if you see me.__proto, it will be directly pointing to the person object. So the same thing is human and print introduction from the person object. The same thing you are seeing here. So this way we can inherit from the existing object, or we can use the existing object as a prototype by using the object.create. Now let me clarify some doubts. Let's consider we have seen this one in the previous video called __proto. Directly we can assign some value, or we can use the object.set prototype of the given object followed by the object to be set as a prototype. But when compared to these methods, the above methods are the whatever the method set prototype of, or let's say __proto, this will be working on the existing object. That means that you need to give the existing object, then you need to set up the property for the prototype. But here in the object.create, in the single statement, we are creating the empty object. At the same time, we are setting up the prototype of the empty object. Then why do we need this? So we are going to see in the coming video, the inheritance between the constructor functions. So you might be wondering, already we have the inheritance inside the constructor function itself. If you consider the previous example for the constructor function, it will be creating the empty object. This will be pointing to the empty object, and person.prototype will be created. Let's say, for example, if you are looking for the person function constructor, then whatever the objects you are creating using that constructor function, it will be having __proto as a person.prototype. This will be the again a new object. You can attach whatever the properties that has to be shared across all the instances of the given person instances, or let's say the objects that you are going to create with the person constructor. So this is very clear. So that means that we are already sharing the properties across all the instances by using the person.prototype. You just consider this is only one constructor function. You have another constructor function called student. It has its own prototype. It has its own properties. Let's say the student constructor function has to inherit from the person.prototype. So in that scenario, we will be using object.create. A simple way, just a pre-introduction. You will be just linking the student.prototype to the person.prototype, so that whenever it does not have any properties inside the student.prototype, it will be directly connecting to the person.prototype. So in that flow, we will be using the object.create. So for that purpose, just before going to that level, we are just understanding what is object.create and how it works. So we have seen object.create will be having the prototype which has to be set for the empty object, and that we can use it in the later stage. And one more point, we have seen that even though you have the prototype, if you have the same property in your the recent object or the main object, the immediate object, that will be considered as a priority rather than getting from the prototype. So this is all about the object.create method. So soonly we will be seeing in the next session, what about the inheritance between the two different constructor functions? Why? Because that will be the same case for the inheritance between the two classes if you use the class syntax. So thanks all, thanks for watching and have a great day.